think I see one. Is that a place by those trees there? I don't care what lord is this. I am in duty bound to the king. These peasants will certainly all get visited and pay tribute to our king. Yes, that's a house. You there? Yes, I said you. You want to bow in front of a knight? Better. Do you have accommodation? I'm seeking to get out of these weary woods and talk to you about matters important to the kingdom. Well, perhaps you should be polite and invite me indoors. My quest is noble. I could tell you more indoors. Do you have somewhere I could tie my horse? Your hut, shall I say, doesn't look like it can accommodate a knight and a horse. Okay, you tend to my horse. I'm going to go inside your house, and there we can discuss matters. Don't worry, I'm not a tax collector. I'm far better. Well, help me off my horse then. Great. Order. Good boy. You call this a house? Fascinating. But it's certainly not what we are used to in the castle. So, my time here is short, so I'll make it swift. Our king has decided, and being gracious and noble, that it is our duty to go round and tax certain individuals. Though I'm not here for that. I'm here for tributes to the king. The king is troubled, fighting off hordes of Vikings and everything else trying to take our land for this great kingdom. And for that he needs money, gold, possessions, weaponry, food. You understand? As I said, that town, where was that? Just beyond the woods there. They did not give so graciously, and I'm hoping that you, even though you're a peasant, you have the foresight to reach in thy heart and do the right thing and give generously. For I'm here to collect tributes for our king, and once I've done this, I can ride back to my men just beyond the woods there in the village, and I could tell them not to pass this way, and they will be coming very close here, and I'll be sure that they know this is a sacred place with a noble-hearted peasant inside who is given generously to our king. Okay, so before we begin with what we're going to be doing, are you not going to help me take off my armor? I am weary and travelled long. Okay, so you can take off my pauldrons and my gauntlets. Okay, just pop them in a safe place and then we can get down to business. You haven't got any other peasants living here, have you? No one's going to run in, or no one knows that I'm here. I have come alone to spare you the indignity of what the other village had to endure. Good. Well, I trust you. Now, take off my gauntlets. You don't know how. This is a gauntlet. This is what knights wear. And forgive me, I have not introduced yourself. I am Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein, and I am tasked with the noblest of deeds, to collect tributes for our great and appointed Majesty, our liege, the good king, or the wicked king, as some have called him. You have managed to avoid all the activity which happened in the village beyond the woods there. So you know what happened in the lights of that village out there. They were not so inclined in tributing to our great king, and therefore pay the price. Now my men are stationed there now, reaping the rewards of that noble task. Though, if you are able to give generously and act noble-heartedly, like I, Sir Ulrich, a great and gracious knight, and the friendliest of beings, then you will be spared the ravishing and pillaging that my men will be inflicting on this. Well, I wouldn't say it's a castle. What would you call this? Like a hut or something like that. So I require you to help me take off my armor. I trust you have done that before. No. I have ridden many miles to get here. I'm weary. Thou must help me take off thy armor. You don't know what a gauntlet is. Typical peasants, illiterate being. This is my gauntlet. You can begin with that. Okay, I will show you. This table is not important, is it? Good. I see you have made use of the forest here and made me a nice fire. Great. Being a nobleman and lord of this area, everything I see in front of me is mine, including yourself. Okay. So I'm going to make myself at home just for the time being. So I shall take off my pauldrons and probably hang it over there. Okay, my horse is tied up and seen to appropriately. It's got water. Good. What about hay? Good. That's a lot better. I'm freer and looser. But need I remind you, peasant, that despite my armor has been removed from our body, that I still retain the skill of a knight. So should you try anything, if you're thinking of conjuring some sort of plan for any reason, then it's worth reminding that my troops are literally in the village beyond. They're just making a big bonfire at the moment. Many people didn't pay the tribute to their king. Many sought not to be humble enough to give possessions to our noble one, and instead they have paid the price. They will be coming through this way, past your very house. Okay, and they will be charged with the same deed and the same authority that I have given them to burn every house down should they not give tribute to their king. You are close enough to the village to be part of the village. So if anything should happen to me, then I'm afraid there's no stopping my troops from coming and paying your charming place here a little visit. There's a lot of wood around here, and wood makes excellent fires, don't you think? And this is a grand fire, especially for a peasant such as yourself. Forgive me, I am weary from travelling. You did not make that fireplace, did you? You are a peasant. A stone mason must have gone round and built that along with this wall behind us. I cannot help but notice, for a peasant, especially for a peasant, peasants are meant to be poor and incredibly dirty looking and malnourished, and certainly don't have swords hanging on their wall. Peasants do not have the knowledge given to them by God to be able to create weaponry like this, to build walls like that, and to make fireplaces like this. Which makes me believe you are either someone who has stolen these things or quite a well-off peasant, which luckily for you means that you are able to give great tribute to our king. The punishment for not giving tribute to your king, of course, my troops will be coming over. Okay, so I expect you wish to be given generously, seeing as you have everything quite comfortably here, your very own keep, shall I say. Well, no one will come to besiege your keep should you be compliant and a good peasant. Good. I wasn't able to collect that much gold, coin, or silver from the village. I say village, it's not a village any longer. But I was hoping that you would redeem them of their sins and give generously to our noble liege. This is what I accumulated from those filthy peasants in that village after they refused to give up any coin whatsoever. So we won't let that tarnish anything you have to give. I have a separate pouch which I'm hoping to fill up with everything you're able to offer and give tribute to the king. Okay, so perhaps you would like to summon some coin for me. Oh, what time do you think it is? The day is nearing the end, which means probably my troops will be coming past here any moment now. Okay, well, please begin to offer your coin to help the king. I am a nobleman, of course, so Ulrich is gracious, and he will not take any of your coin for himself. No, he will give it direct to the king, as I am charged with noble duties. I hope that you are able to give generously, for the king will reward those who are loyal. Just pop them down there. Okay. Tell me, how does a peasant become so well off? You appear to have quite a lot of coin. You surely could not have saved all of that. A peasant cannot make that much money in a lifetime. A peasant would be more inclined to spend it on meat, on bread, pleasures, seed, tools. I don't know what you peasants spend it on. Okay. Right, so I'm going to start taking your coin for our king. I'm afraid that probably won't please the king that much. I expect he'd be looking for a little bit more from that, considering that the other village did not give so generously. Okay. A well-off peasant like yourself can surely spare more to secure his keep. A knightly gesture. Please continue to relax there. I could not help but notice this fine sword you have here. Of course, our king is always looking for many ways to protect our lands, and swords and weaponry would be most useful to him. Well, you will not need it because a peasant like yourself is under the jurisdiction and protection of Sir Auric. I'm at your service, so it gives me great pleasure to be able to take this sword and offer it to our king. This sword will be given, no doubt, to the king's army, and this will protect you, so you could live in peace without fear or anything like that, despite my men that which will be hustling through the forest as we speak, torches and swords at the ready, bows, arrows. You will know that the king's men, myself, will be able to protect you, so you will have no need for your sword. I will put that with my armor. Thank you for your tribute. Gracious. I do believe I have encountered some more coin. Were you planning on giving this coin to me as well? Or was it just hidden there in your little chest? Really? Well, I expect that you'll want to give it to me to give to the king. Is that what you want to do? I thought so. I think that would be an excellent choice for a peasant such as yourself. Okay. Allow me to relax you there and make sure you're feeling good. Well done. peasant. Enough money there to turn this keep into a palace by the looks of it. No doubt you have been an extremely productive peasant, or a lucky one, but with my good graces and the duty charged to me by our liege, that I am duty bound to take this coin from you and make sure that it is put to better service. Good. But I cannot help but think, is this enough for the king? Would he be satisfied with a small bag of coin? I know he was hoping that this would be full upon its return, and it doesn't fall on my head. Only the subjects of the land. And you are a subject to the land. I am a subject to the king. My loyalty lies to the people, and I am here to help you make the right choices. A knight is there to protect, so I've taken your sword. A knight is there to look after, so I've taken your coin. I cannot help but notice that you have this sword here, and think that it might make up for your village's mistake. This is a kingly sword, or a knightly sword. It isn't a peasant's sword, so I wouldn't be doing my duty as a knight if I left knowing that this was still hanging up on your wall. I believe this sword should be given tribute to our king as well, and he will be most grateful for it, I'm sure. The last time a peasant gave so generously, our king instructed for his village to have 6 pounds of mead delivered there, and I think, seeing as you don't have a village anymore, then perhaps you acquire those 6 pounds of mead for yourself, for service to your king, especially with this fine sword. Like I said, a knight is charged with serving his subjects and your protection. I will take this sword as well to make up for the mistake your villagers made in their village across the forest. I think that is a worthy compensation, shall we say. I will pop it here with my armor. So, let us tally up, shall we? And I can let you know should my troops be going past your house or entering it. Okay. So I think by the weight of coin given, you don't have any more on your person, do you? Maybe just one more coin, perhaps anywhere upon your person. It could be around here in your head, or tucked in your pocket there, anywhere. Ah, what is that there? Yep. So, and you would find one more. Would forgive me for this entrance, or generosity will please the king, I'm sure. What even lords give that amount? So I just noticed you had a pouch there as well, so I've taken that as well, and your precious jewels inside. I don't know how you would have accumulated so much leather living in a forest, but then again, you've got plenty of coin, or used to have plenty of coin. I do not wish to burden you with the troubles of this land, but know this, that tributes to the king ensure protection against invaders, and of course we must all serve the king. So can I ensure your safety for my troops? I think I can. Being Sir Ulrich, it is no trouble for me to do that for you. Someone who has given so generously to their king, and I thank you for your generosity. May God serve you well. So I require my armor again for my safe passage back. Okay, I will tell the king of what has transpired here today. I'm sure he will wish to return, so make sure that you work hard and accumulate more coin for more tributes, no doubt. I assure you that none of this, all your swords, will be kept by me or my men. We'll go straight to the king, and he shall do with it as he wishes. I will probably see you at the joust. You, as a peasant, enjoy the joust. It is for knights, of course. Noblemen, patents of nobility must be provided, of course, which I could trace my lineage back from Charlemagne. Would you have patents? No. You have the money of a lord, yet the look of a peasant. And on those fine words I shall go and put my armor back on for my journey ahead. It was a pleasure to come here to help you make the right choice and to ensure no harm comes to you. Well done. You have done very well. So please relax and reflect upon what an honor it has been to have a true knight, knight of the realm, come and visit you and take care of you. I will put my armor back on, please. I shall return shortly. have been more than compliant. And, of course, you have given your tributes to our king, for which I will tell him of your gallant gesture. Thou can expect a reward for such noble acts, though unfortunately for you that it was I, Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein, who had to force you to give tribute and not give up what I assume is your prized possessions, your belongings. I would have thought that sword, you would have wanted me to take it for our king. I would have thought your gold, you would have wanted to have given it to our king, though you seemed somewhat reluctant. Though I'm sure his liege will be grateful for your gifts, and I will tell him that at a point of a sword it was I who managed to acquire such possessions of such a rich and wealthy peasant. Where you have got these possessions, I do not know, but I shall not report it to the king. Just expect that next time, should he ask me return, which I'm sure he will, you better have items, gold, and the possessions to tribute to our king for our country. Right, well, you may saddle my horse. Okay, the day is late, and I have to get back to the castle. This is a little bit confined for the like of a knight of Sir Ulrich. No doubt it has been an absolute pleasure for you to be in my presence, as I am able to do the king's work. What? Are you forgetting one thing? I am a nobleman and you are a peasant, a man of the realm, or woman. I'm not quite sure. You look dirty anyway, so you must bow. I can give you my blessing and thank thee for all of your generous gifts to tribute to our king. Well done. You can go now and saddle my horse. I just wish to have a quick look around, make sure that I have not missed anything, and I expect my horse to be ready for the long journey ahead. You've packed food, have you not? Noble deed. Well done. You will be sure to be rewarded for your noble generosity, and for that I will be able to pay you another visit, and I'll be here quicker than that. So make sure you have more things for your king. I'll be back to collect the rest. As a peasant, you must serve your king, pledge your allegiance to your king, and pay tribute to knights of the realm who protect our lands from foreign invaders. It is a duty I am served with, and bound to it I am. Okay, so I shall repay your kind generosity today with another definite visit. So if there's anything which I need to get Next time, make sure you've got it, otherwise you'll end up like the other villager, and I'm sure thou does not wish to end up in flame and ruin, do you not? I thought not. Well, the day is late. I bid thee farewell, go back indoors, get some rest, and I'll be sure to see you again soon.